Hello everyone, a very good afternoon to all of you. This is Ashwin Ramani here, research analyst at SBI Securities. I hope I'm audible and I hope you all are able to see my screen. If you all can give me a heads up in the chat box. अगर मेरी आवाज सुनाई दे रही है, स्क्रीन दिखाई दे रहा है तो आप मुझे एक बार चैट बॉक्स में कमेंट करके बता सकते हो, so that I know you all are with me live in the session. We'll just wait for a couple of minutes because I see that people are joining in. And once they've joined in, we'll start off with the mid-market session in another couple of minutes. और जो भी लाइव है, आप मुझे अगर सुन पा रहे हो, स्क्रीन देख पा रहे हो, तो आप मुझे एक बार चैट बॉक्स में कमेंट करके बता सकते हो. Hadi ji, good afternoon. Vinay ji, good afternoon. Dinesh ji, Sridhar ji, good afternoon to you as well. Murthy ji, good afternoon. Audio, video clear. Okay, perfect. Great. So before we start off with the mid-market session, so I would again like to put a disclaimer first. So you're aware that there's a lot of impersonation scams that is going around, guys. So there are a lot of fake individuals, WhatsApp groups, and websites that are misusing SBI Securities brand name. There have also been cases where people who create fake accounts and lure people into subscribing to their tip services in return for a guaranteed return. So don't fall for all these scams. SBI Securities doesn't do any of such things. And if you come across any of such fake individuals or WhatsApp groups, try to call our helpline number and we'll take appropriate action regarding the same. Don't share your personal information, don't share any OTPs, and don't fall for any of these fake guys. And always trust information only from the verified handle of SBI Securities, and always stay vigilant and exercise caution. Okay, so now let's start off with an update on the bid market. So obviously the big news coming in today is the RBI announcement. So RBI has gone for a rate cut of 25 basis points, and now the interest rates stand at 5.25%. So the markets was mixed. One section of the market felt the rates were going to be steady. The other section felt that we might go for interest rate cut. So that's a positive sign. I think markets have reacted positively to the interest rate cuts. Secondly, there was also the inflation forecast has come down to 2%, which is again a good sign. And the GDP forecast has kind of gone up from 6.8% to 7.3%. Apart from that, RBI has also announced that they will purchase, they will do an OMO purchase of, that is open market operation of nearly about 1 lakh crore. So they will probably be buying bonds from commercial banks and probably inject liquidity into the bank. So that will actually help the banks in their credit growth as well. So the demand for bonds goes up, that will automatically get the yields down. And we could see that the 10-year Indian government bond yields, which was near the upper resistance, has come down today. So that is also a positive trigger. And so all in all, the information has been well absorbed by the markets, and our markets are, in fact, if you look at Nifty, it's almost up 150 points. It's at 26,180. Sensex is up around 330 points. It's at around 85,600 at the current level. अगर हम यूएस मार्केट्स की बात करें तो डाउ जोन्स में कल हल्का सा प्रॉफिट बुकिंग नजर आया था और 0.07% नीचे क्लोज हुआ. S&P 500 में थोड़ा सा माइल्ड क्लोज हमें देखने को मिला, अराउंड 0.11% ऊपर क्लोज हुआ कल. और नैस्डैक में भी 0.22% की बढ़ोतरी देखी गई. डाउ फ्यूचर्स की बात करें, दैट इज फ्लैट एट दिस पॉइंट, इट्स 0.04% हायर, सो दैट इंडिकेट्स अ स्लाइट फ्लैट टू पॉजिटिव स्टार्ट टू द यूएस मार्केट्स टुडे. यूरोपियन मार्केट्स की बात करें, सो जर्मनी वाज अप 0.79%, लंदन भी 0.19% ऊपर था, फ्रांस भी 0.43% ऊपर था. सो ऑल इन ऑल यूरोपियन मार्केट्स हैड अ ग्रेट आउटिंग yesterday. If you look at the Euro Stocks Index, that is also up around 0.23%. If you look at the Asian markets, all the Asian markets are also trading in green, barring Nikkei, which is down around 1%. बट अगर हम बाकी सारे इंडाइसेस देखते हैं, जैसे हैंसेंग 0.54% ऊपर है, शंघाई 0.68% ऊपर है. Kospi is the best performing Asian market index, that is up around 1.78%. And Nifty and Sensex are in the range of 0.3 to 0.5%. अगर हम पिछले 5 दिन भी देखें, so again Kospi has recovered sharply. Kospi is up around 4% in the last 5 days, followed by Nikkei, which is up 2.3%. So again, the money has been flowing to the other Asian markets. Nifty has relatively stayed flat for the last 5 days. It's down 0.4%. Whereas if you look at Nasdaq, S&P 500, and Dow Jones, even they were relatively flat for the past 1 week or so. So it's only the Asian indices, that is Kospi and Nikkei, that has been the best performing index for the week. And Nifty and Shanghai in particular have seen some profit booking. If we look at the macro indicators, so dollar index continues to weaken against the basket of 6 major currencies. So जब तक ये 100 के नीचे रहेगा, तब तक emerging markets like us, like India, उनके लिए एक पॉजिटिव साइन है, बिकॉज डॉलर वीकन होता है तो हम थोड़े फ्लोज एक्सपेक्ट करते हैं हमारे मार्केट्स में. आई थिंक थोड़ा सा हमारा मार्केट्स को थोड़ा सा प्रेशर आएगा जब ये 100.5 के ऊपर जाएगा. सो एज लॉन्ग एज इट स्टेज बिलो द 100.5 mark, it's not a worrying sign for us. Secondly, you can see the yields, guys. So yields have gone down around 0.64%. That is largely got to do with the announcement, I feel. ये जो AMO परचेज होने वाला है 1 लाख करोड़ का, आई थिंक बॉन्ड्स का डिमांड बढ़ने पर, सो यूजुअली यील्ड्स एंड बॉन्ड्स हैव अ इनवर्स कोरिलेशन. जब बॉन्ड्स का प्राइस बढ़ते हैं तो यील्ड्स कम होता है, और जब बॉन्ड्स का प्राइस जब घटते हैं, दैट इज व्हेन यू सी यील्ड्स राइजिंग. सो क्योंकि because there is going to be a lot of demand for bonds, so that is the reason why the yields have come down. And I think this is a positive sign for us, because thoda sa worrying signs tha, if we would have gone above 6.5 6.6, then I think equity markets would have seen some pressure. But the fact that we have hit the lower support level at this point, it's a good sign for us. Dollar by rupee, again there was some cooling off as far as dollar is concerned, and again you can see that it's marginally up. So dollar again, it's still near the 90 mark. It's at 89.9. So we want that dollar to go towards 88 87. I think only when that happens, we can expect FII flows to well and truly come back to our markets. Coming to the crude oil prices, so crude oil prices are almost flat since, if you see from the late October, from almost 20th October or so, the crude oil prices are relatively flat. I think most importantly, Russia's president is here meeting with our prime minister. So there could be some announcement around defense deals, and also there is probably, I expect, some announcement around the oil purchase as well. So I think we could expect some reaction over the weekend in the crude oil prices. So we'll have to keenly await. So I think there is a press statement I think in the afternoon around 1:50, 2 o'clock is when a press meet is scheduled between the Russian president and the Indian prime minister. So we'll have to wait and see as to, if there is any significant developments as far as any oil announcement is concerned, then I think crude oil prices can react, for that period. If you look at India VIX, so India VIX continues to cool off. So it has gone below the 11 mark. I think this is a good comforting sign for the bulls. So I think the next support for India VIX is around 9.6. तो जब तक आपका VIX cool off होते जाता है, तब तक bulls के लिए काफी comforting signals होते हैं. But I feel as long as we are below the 13 mark, I think no signs to worry about. If you look at silver, so silver again seems to have gained some traction. It's up around 2% today. Near about $58.3 an ounce. I feel, silver can also move towards maybe $60 to $63 an ounce in the near term. With around $54 an ounce, that is likely to act as a strong support level. As far as the gold is concerned, तो gold में भी एक थोड़ा सा धीरे धीरे गोल्ड भी ऊपर बढ़ते हुए नजर आ रहा है. आई थिंक देयर इज वन इंपॉर्टेंट रेजिस्टेंस अराउंड 4250 $4260 an ounce. अगर गोल्ड ये लेवल को पार कर देता है तो आई थिंक वी कैन एक्सपेक्ट अराउंड 4390 $4400 an ounce in gold as well. So overall, good macro indicators. There are no signs of worry. Now, if we look at the FII positioning, so yesterday once again FIIs were net sellers in the cash market. अगर हम देखेंगे तो पिछले 6 ट्रेडिंग सेशन में लगभग 15,000 करोड़ का सेलिंग कर चुके हैं FIIs कैश मार्केट में. एंड लगातार हर दिन दिन भर दिन हम उनको कैश मार्केट में बेचते हुए नजर आ रहे हैं. दैट इज लार्जली गॉट टू डू विद अ कपल ऑफ थिंग्स आई फील. वन इज एक तो dollar hitting the 90 mark against the rupee. So a strong dollar is probably not a good sign for the FII's flow. Secondly, जो delayed progress है इंडिया यूएस ट्रेड डील के बीच, अभी भी अनसर्टेनिटी है. अब तक कुछ अनाउंसमेंट्स आए नहीं है. वी डोंट नो हाउ मच हैव वी प्रोग्रेस्ड ऑन दैट. द मार्केट इज कीनली अवेटिंग फॉर दैट फॉर दैट अनाउंसमेंट. बट जितना डिले होता है उतना थोड़ा और wait and watch mode में है FIIs. That is what I feel. So लगभग 15,000 crores is what they have sold in the last 6 days in the cash market. And if you look at the long short ratio, so long short ratio में भी short positions का बढ़ते हुए नजर आ रहा है यहाँ पे. So almost 87,000 net index futures contracts that has gone to minus 1,22,000. And long short ratio अगर आप देखोगे almost 18.5 18.7 से गिरकर आप 12.5% पर आ गया है. So I think FIIs are also accumulating a lot of short positions in Nifty futures, especially. So now they hold roughly around only 13% long positions, whereas 87% abhi bhi short positions hai. So no signs of short covering yet. I think the market is still, finding ways कि कहाँ से वो मोमेंटम आएगा. आई थिंक वो मोमेंटम आ सकता है जब FIIs अपना शॉर्ट पोजीशंस कवर करके they'll be net longs. Unless until we'll probably have to endure this choppy movement, wherein we see Nifty going up, फिर थोड़ा सा एक pullback आता है, then again Nifty starts to rise. It's not that we are not going to see a big fall, because I think अब हमने देखा है कि जब जब गिरता भी है तो support levels bulls काफी अच्छे से defend कर लेते हैं. So a big fall is ruled out. Maybe we'll have some, correction here and there. But I feel, once FII start covering their shorts, chances are that, we can well move higher and probably have a fresh leg of rally on the upside. Now, talking about Nifty. So Nifty again, it's forming a sizable candle today. So for the last 2 days, we were below the trend line. For a couple of days, we got a close below the trend line here, but Nifty managed to hold its 20-day EMA. That is very important. आज भी अगर आप देखोगे 20-day EMA तक आया था और वहीं से एक strong bounce हमें देखने को मिल रहा है. So that itself suggests that the short to medium term trend is intact. And ये 20-day EMA का hold करना काफी important sign बन जाता है, especially from a short term perspective. So I think this level acts as an important support level. So your 20-day EMA somewhere around 25,990. So around 26,000 काफी एक strong important support level है निफ्टी के लिए. और आज का क्लोजिंग भी इंपॉर्टेंट बन जाएगा, बिकॉज पिछले 2 दिन ये ट्रेंड लाइन के ऊपर क्लोज करने की कोशिश किया था निफ्टी ने, बट नाकामयाब रहा. और आज ऐसे लग रहा है कि वी माइट क्लोज अबाउट द ट्रेंड लाइन. So hopefully this is a fake breakdown, and I think next week onwards, अगर एक कोई strong follow through move आता है, then I think we can move towards the 26,300 26,330 mark. And probably then uske upar, I think once we get a strong close, and if we have push from the broader markets as well, plus the other heavyweight stocks, अगर आप देखोगे a large part of this rally is still driven by the top 6 to 7 heavyweight counters. But if the other stocks also starts participating, and ब्रॉडर मार्केट्स का भी अगर सेंटिमेंट चेंज होता है, बिकॉज हम देख रहे हैं कि मिड कैप एंड स्मॉल कैप इज सिग्निफिकेंटली अंडर परफॉर्मिंग निफ्टी. ऑलमोस्ट ऑल दी स्मॉल कैप नेम्स आर डाउन. Even mid cap is kind of choppy here, so it's only the large caps that are doing well in the current market. So abhi bhi broad based participation lacking hai markets mein. It's only the heavyweight counters are doing well, and that too even select heavyweight names. But I think this is a positive sign today for the fact that Nifty has held on to its 20-day EMA. So 26,000 is a strong support. On the upside, I feel any sustained move can take the price higher towards 26,300. So we'll have to wait and see as to what Nifty does around 26,300. क्या हम वहाँ पे resistance लेते हैं या यहाँ से फिर से गिरते हैं नीचे. But in case if we move about 26,300, then हो सकता है हमें एक fresh leg of rally देखने को मिल सकता है on the upside. Now talking about Sensex, so Sensex also similar story. हमने देखा था कि Sensex भी पिछले 2 दिन से ये ट्रेंड लाइन के नीचे क्लोज हुआ था. Kal, in fact, this trend line acted as a resistance, but again, even Sensex has held on to its 20-day EMA. कल का डिस्कशन यही था कि क्या इंडेक्स 20-day EMA होल्ड करेगा. निफ्टी ने भी होल्ड कर लिया. Sensex of us has also held on to its 20-day EMA here, and again we could see a sizable bullish candle on the daily chart, and seems like we might close above the trend line. So again, this 20-day EMA is very important. 84,900, 85,000 एक strong support zone होगा Sensex के लिए. As long as we are about 20-day EMA, the trend remains positive. I think we can move higher towards 86,000, 86,100. Fair, I think once we have strong follow through above 86,100, then chances are that even Sensex can move higher. So overall, the trend for both Nifty and Sensex is positive. Ideally, don't be on the short side. Probably आपको intraday में इधर उधर शायद आपको कोई reversals मिल सकते, but I don't think that reversals will be sharp and it will be extended. I think you will have some minor pullbacks along the way, but overall the trend for Nifty and Sensex is positive. Now, if we look at Bank Nifty, so Bank Nifty is probably, I think even a similar story is panning out in Bank Nifty as well. So Bank Nifty भी कल trend line के नीचे था, and again there is a strong body candle that is forming on the daily chart. Seems like even Bank Nifty might give a close above, and relative to Nifty, I think Bank Nifty was outperforming. हाल ही में हमने देखा था कि it was the PSU banks that were driving the rally. For a major part of Bank Nifty's rally were driven by PSU banks. Then I think we saw some profit booking that came in the PSU space, and then it was the private banking stocks that kind of lifted up and provided stability to the index. So of late, Kotak Bank, Axis Bank, ICICI, HDFC Bank, Federal Bank, these are some of the names that have been doing well of late. And again, a strong candle. I feel again this 20-day EMA 59,000, 59,100 is a strong support for Bank Nifty. I think any move higher, I think we can test its previous high of 60,000, 60,100. But if we move above 60,100, if if there is more strong buying in the private banks as well as the PSU banking space, then chances are that even Bank Nifty can move higher towards 6,500 in the short term. Now talking about the heat map, again you can see there is probably if you look at the overall breadth for the markets, the only sector that is doing well relatively is your IT space. So IT almost 2-3 दिन से हम देख रहे हैं कि काफी strong momentum है IT में. Even today, if you see, Infi is up around 1.8, HCL Tech is around 2%, Wipro is up 1%, TechM is up around 1% here, TCS is also around roughly around 1%. So IT is probably the strongest sector amongst all the sectors currently. There is some good buying that is seen in the auto space as well. Maruti is up 1.2%, Mahindra is up 1%, Titan is up 0.5%, Eicher Motors is up 0.7%. So good support from the auto space, and there is support from the banking and financial services space as well. So ICICI Bank is relatively flat. HDFC is doing well, 0.86%. SBI is up 1.68%. Bajaj Twins are doing well. Both the Bajaj Twins, Bajaj Finance, Bajaj Finserv. Kotak Bank is up 0.96%. SBI Life 1.6%. Shriram Finance again up around 3.16%. So overall, good support from banking space. Then you have good support from IT space as well as your auto space. Then even if you look at oil and gas, so oil and gas is relatively quiet today. So Reliance is mildly positive, 0.09% higher. Hindustan Unilever, it's down 5%, but again, there is a demerger news. So Quality Walls has been demerged from Hindustan Unilever. So I think the Hindustan Unilever has adjusted to the price here. So that is the reason why it's down around 5%. Then again, Tata Consumer is up 1%. Even if you look at the metal names, Hindalco is up 2.18%, JSW and Tata Steel. Tata Steel is flat. JSW is up 0.68%. No support from the pharma counters. NTPC and Power Grid are also relatively flat. Indigo is down. I think Indigo is having their own set of problems. There are crew shortages. There are a lot of cancellations going on. So Indigo is having a tough time out there. I think that is weighing on the stocks sentiment. Max Healthcare, again, it's up 0.88%. So overall, it's the BFSI, IT, and the auto stocks and some pockets of metal names that are doing well. Now, if we look at the sectors, which are the sectors that are outperforming, which are the sectors that are doing well. So IT again continues to move higher. So you can see IT relatively outperforming its peers. So IT in the last 1 month is up around 10%. And even if you look at auto is up around 4%. Private banks, again, it's up around 3.5%. So private banks, auto, IT, these are some sectors that are relatively doing well, and you could find traction on some of the stocks from these sectors. Now, coming to the sectors that are slightly underperforming, one is realty. So realty has been down since quite some time now. Though there is some pullback, so obviously, whenever there is a rate cut, all these rate sensitive sectors like auto, your realty, NBFCs, they do react to that. So realty, obviously there is some pullback that we have seen from the lows today post the interest rate cut. But again, the overall trend for realty still remains down. So realty is underperforming. It's down around 6%. The tourism stocks are also down around 2.7%. India defense is down around 2%. So we can expect some announcement around the defense deals today as the Russian president and Indian prime minister are meeting. But it's too early to speculate as to what could be that deal. So unless and until we don't have complete clarity on what the announcement is, I think it's better to avoid the defense space here. So we can expect some volatility in the defense sector probably in the second half or probably on Monday, as and when we hear the news. So it's IT, auto, and private banks that are leading, and defense, tourism, realty. These are the sectors that are lagging the markets currently. If we look at the key sectors and the stocks to watch out. So like I said, it's only the IT index, that is doing well. आप कोई भी सेक्टर का चार्ट देख लो, आपको इतना अच्छा चार्ट दिखेगा नहीं barring the IT space. So the first counter that I want to talk about from the IT space is Emphasis. So Emphasis again has steadily moved up to its major resistance level. So you can see around 2950. That's a strong resistance for Emphasis. It has faced multiple resistance from this zone in the past. 7 July onwards. Then it tried to move up. Then it got a failed breakout. Again, there was selling pressure here. So we'll have to wait and see whether 2950 gets taken out in Emphasis this time around. I think if we get a strong breakout, also a stronger dollar also helps the IT companies. So I think that is what is weighing heavily on the IT index. So 2950, I think once we get a breakout above that, the RSI is also in a rising mode. The ADX has started to move higher, and MACD histogram bars are rising. So all in all, we'll have to wait and see if 2950 gets taken out. I think anything about 2950 can lead to price moving higher with around 2830, 2850 acting as a strong support for the stock. Apart from that, even HCL Tech. So HCL Tech, again, it is gone above its previous high, which was around 1665. So it's very important that HCL Tech sustains above this level. And now you can see it has been moving in a higher high, higher low formation. Here, the 50-day EMA acted as a strong support. RSI is in a rising trajectory. And any sustained move can lead to HCL Tech even moving towards 1730, 1750 levels in the short term, with around 1630, 1650 acting as a strong support for the stock. The other name from the IT space is Infosys. So Infosys, I feel there's a fresh breakout. I think post the downward sloping trendline breakout, it kind of consolidated in a range in that 1590, 1540, and I think we have got a fresh breakout in Infosys today. I feel if it continues, I think we can expect Infosys to move higher, considering the fact that there was a long period of sideways consolidation right from the start of the year. Infosys was one stock that was underperforming, but now I think with the breakout today, with also a rise in volumes in the last 2-3 trading sessions, I think Infosys is one stock that you can keep in your radar. Chances are that it can move higher. ADX is also in a rising mode. RSI is also well above the 60 mark. So keep an eye on these three IT names. Barring that, Bajaj Finance looks good from the NBFC space. So both the Bajaj twins are doing well today. So it held on to its 50-day EMA, and there is a sizable bullish candle that is formed. The RSI continues to move towards the 60 mark. The DI plus is about DI minus, and the MACD slope has also started to point upwards. So I feel the 50-day EMA of 1,015, that is a strong support for the stock. And if we get any sustained move above, so there is a gap that is the stock is trying to fill until 1,065. So once it fills the gap, I think it can move towards 1,090, 1,100 levels in the short term. Apart from that, even Shriram Pistons and Rings, if you look at that, so there was, I think the stock was consolidating, and there was a sharp surge in volumes in Shriram Pistons today, but there was some profit bookings at the higher levels. It's very important that Shriram Pistons, it closes around 2790, 2800. इसके ऊपर एक strong close मिलना चाहिए. And ideally, we should have a strong follow through move coming in. I think if it's able to sustain about 2,780, 2,800, I think chances are that even Shriram Pistons can do well with around 2750, 2740 acting as a strong support for the stock. Apart from that, even Policy Bazaar, so Policy Bazaar भी धीरे धीरे ऊपर move होते हुए नजर आ रहा है. So previously around 1860 एक strong resistance था. फिर then 200 EMA से support लेके फिर it has steadily tried to move up, but I think any follow through move above 1880, 1890, that can push the price higher towards 1965, 1970 levels in Policy Bazaar as well. Apart from that, so around 1820, 1825, that is a strong support zone for Policy Bazaar. Apart from that, Birla Soft is also one stock from the IT name. So you can see post the downward sloping trendline breakout, it kind of consolidated in a range. And since the last trading sessions, it has gone above its 200-day EMA, which is a positive sign. So it's very important that it sustains above 410, 415. अगर इसके ऊपर sustain करता है तो हो सकता है even Birla Soft में भी एक swift recovery हमें देखने मिले on the upside. The RSI again, it's on the rising mode. MACD is above the signal line and zero line with rising histogram bars. And ADX is also starting to move higher, which is a positive sign here. And the last stock that I want to discuss is Anupam Rasayan. तो अगर हम अनुपम रसायन की बात करें, so post again breakout here. जैसे ये downward sloping trendline breakout मिला था, again it has gone into a consolidation phase. So you can see that there is a flat line and there's an ascending triangle like pattern where there was a steady up move followed by a strong horizontal trend line with higher low formation. तो आपका एक ascending triangle like breakout के verge पे है ये stock. I think once it moves above I feel 1265, 1270, then chances are that even Anupam Rasayan can move higher towards 1320, 1330 levels in the short term, with around 1200 acting as a strong support for the stock. So these are the sectors, these are the stocks to watch out. So that was all about this week's mid-market session. I hope it was informative. And now let us start off with our question and answer session. So if you have any queries, any doubts, do let me know in the chat box and I'll be happy to answer them. So I've also gotten a lot of queries here, so let me try to answer them. Manwarji is asking for Shriram Finance. Yeah, it's good. Shriram Finance is good. Maybe you can consider around 820 as a strong support for Shriram Finance. After the rate cut by RBI, which bank stocks looks attractive at current valuation? So let's see, let's analyze the banking space. So let's go to Bank Nifty. Where is so this is Nifty Bank. Uh, Punjab National Bank, avoid that. IDFC First Bank, you can, I think it looks good, but I think IDFC First needs to move above 82. Bank of Baroda is good. For Bank of Baroda, around 280 is a strong support. Kotak Bank also looks good. I feel Kotak Bank can steadily move up higher with around 2115 acting as a strong support. Canara Bank, it's kind of it's good, but it's kind of run up a lot. So AU Bank has also run up a lot. I feel HDFC Bank has some room for it to move upside. I think it can move 1,000, 15,000, 20 on the upside. That is the levels that we can discuss. FI position RTG, we covered that, no? It's at around 12.5%. That is where the long short ratio is, and they have sold around 15,000 crores in the cash market segment. So we had discussed that, RTG. Then ICICI Bank, again, ICICI Bank also can move up higher. I think 1400 needs a breakout above that. Axis Bank is also positive. I think around 1250 is a strong support. Federal Bank looks good. I think any move about 260 is likely to be positive. I feel IDFC First, Bank of Baroda, HDFC Bank, ICICI Bank, Kotak Bank. These are some of the banking names that are doing that can probably do well here. With today's move of RBI, the NAV of long-term debt funds is likely to fall or go up. NAV has been falling and at this point of time remains static. Uh, NAV, yeah, probably there can be some dip in the NAV, but I feel that is not going to impact the long-term trajectory for the bonds here. Uh, there might be some dip because even if you look at the yields here, so yields also have kind of come down. It's come to around 6.49%. So any fall below this level, I think that can probably have some impact on the NAV in the short term. But I feel over the long period, I think long-term government duration bonds just adds a cushion to your portfolio. Definitely, yes, some impact in the short term, but I think it will probably, it's just a cycle. I think it's just a phase. I think if going forward, if there are inflation concerns and if India US trade deal is not as constructive as it seems to be, then probably chances are that the NAV can move up higher. Sci Life Sciences. Okay, let me look at Sci Life. Sci Life, you are asking for long term. So let me look at the weekly chart. See, it's good. It's been holding on to its 20-week EMA. It's very important. So around 830, 840 is a strong support for the stock. But I feel it needs to move about 940 on the upside. जब तक ये 940 के नीचे रहेगा तब तक थोड़ा pressure हो सकता है. But I think once we get a breakout above 940, then it can move up higher. I bought KPIL. Okay, you bought it at what? So realty sector थोड़ा नीचे है सुरेंद्र जी. अभी आपने 1 2 2 3 पे लिया है. आई थिंक एक काफी एक स्ट्रॉन्ग रेजिस्टेंस है. अगर आप देखोगे ये वाला जो जोन है 1320 1330 इज a strong resistance for the stock. I think if you are holding, then I feel it's better to hold until 1100. But अगर 1100 के नीचे जाता है then थोड़ा pressure आ सकता है. Then it's better अगर आप 1100 के नीचे जाते हो, it's better to close. But I think once it goes above 1320, that is when you can expect some momentum on the upside. Bellrise is good. Manoj ji, हमने इसके पहले भी discuss किया है. So Bellrise good. I think you can continue to hold. I think 145 is a strong support for the stock. In NBFCs, definitely it's Shriram Finance, Bajaj Finance. These are some of the strong names in the NBFC space. BSE good. I think any move above 2950, 2960 is likely to be positive, with around 2530 acting as a strong support for BSE. सेंट्रल बैंक अवॉइड करना है, इसका ट्रेंड डाउन है. आई थिंक इट्स बेटर टू अवॉइड सेंट्रल बैंक, अवॉइड द स्टॉक. इफ यू लुक एट वेदांता इज गुड एज वेल, मे बी अराउंड 485 488 का सपोर्ट लेके चल सकते हो वेदांता का. The overall trend is positive. If you look at Motherson is also positive. Yes, Motherson is also positive. I think 100 is where the support is. So barring central bank, the other stocks are looking positive here. If I look at Indus Tower is also good. Probably if it breaks out above 415, 418, it can move towards 430 followed by 460, and on the downside around 380 is where the support is placed for the stock. So yeah, Indus Tower is good as well. Bajaj Housing avoid, Praveen ji, because Bajaj Housing Finance downtrend mein hai. I think Appu is ruled out. जब तक हमें 103 105 के ऊपर क्लोजिंग नहीं मिलता है, I think any chances of an up move is ruled out. So avoid Bajaj Housing Finance at the current level. In the short to medium term, NIM of banks would be under pressure. This morning I heard Mr. Tiwari mention that it wouldn't be possible to quickly reduce retail deposit rates. So, see, yeah, that's the case. So any cut in the interest rates, the impact is not going to be immediate. Obviously, it will take a quarter or a couple of quarters, for them to, readjust the rates. So that's okay. I think at one point, with the OMO purchase that is announced of 1 lakh crores now, with they are going to buy from commercial banks. So commercial banks will have a lot of liquidity to inject into the system, and loans might probably get cheaper, whether it's auto loans, home loans, and also with the GST cuts. I think this immediate impact nahi aayega, but I think over the next couple of quarters we can definitely see that impact playing out. See, avoid small caps, Madhavji. Small caps is underperforming. But mid cap again, it's quite choppy. It's only the large cap names. So totally avoid small cap, guys. So अभी फिलहाल के लिए avoid any bottom fishing in the small cap space. So जब तक वहाँ पे reversal signs नहीं दिखता है, it's better to avoid small caps. इंडियन बैंक में थोड़ा सा चार्ट स्ट्रक्चर वीक होते हुए मुझे नजर आ रहा है, बिकॉज एक अच्छा मोमेंटम में था, बट दिस कपल ऑफ रेड कैंडल्स आई फील फिर से 850 के ऊपर क्लोजिंग देना चाहिए इंडियन बैंक. तो जब तक 850 के नीचे, इट्स बेटर टू अवॉइड. 850 के ऊपर जाएगा तो हो सकता है वीकेंड थोड़ा रिकवरी हम एक्सपेक्ट कर सकते हैं इंडियन बैंक में. If you look at Nuvama is again, it's kind of sideways है. I think around 7580 7590 के ऊपर हमें breakout चाहिए. I think once we get that, Nuvama can move up higher. PTCIL is good. I think PTC Industries around आज का ही लो 18150 18200 का SL रख के आप होल्ड कर सकते हो इसको. IDFC is good. IDFC First Bank भी अच्छा है. I think you can consider holding with around 78 as an SL. Shriram EPC. Shriram, which stock is Shriram EPC? Can you help me with the symbol name, Praveen ji? Yeah, ITPs is good. I think ITPs. Yeah, I think it is almost mimicking the IT index. I think it's good. I think around 40.5 is where the support is. It can move higher towards. I feel towards 43.5 is where the first support is. And on the upside, if IT sector really booms, I think we can expect 49.6 from a slightly medium to long term perspective in ITBs here. Good signs in ITBs. Yeah, Coforge is good, Santoshji. Coforge is a good stock. I think IT sector is doing well around 1890, 1900 is where you can have a support for Coforge. Which is that other stock, Kirloskar. Kirloskar engines, again, see the overall trend is good, but I feel wait until 1200 gets taken out on the upside. There is some hesitation. It has failed to go above the 1190, 1200 mark. I think any move about 1200 is likely to be positive. Data patterns, I think there is some profit booking that we are seeing in data patterns. I think avoid defense space because defense space overall is underperforming currently. Hopefully, there can be some deal announcement as far as the meeting is concerned. Avoid defense space, Madhavji, currently. Uh, DSSL downtrend may avoid this. I think the next support is 875. I think any move below this level can lead to price moving down even further. SEPC, okay, SEPC again downtrend. Avoid Pravinji, a penny stock. It's better to avoid and stay away from such counters. Totally downtrend may avoid any bottom fishing here. Eclux is good. Eclux ka trend positive hai. Maybe around 4,600, 4,610 is where the support is for Eclux. First, those solutions again. I think we need a breakout above 355, 360. I think once we get a breakout above this level, chances are that FSL can move higher. While on the downside, around 340 is a strong support. Below 340, the price can move down further. Coforge, I've already discussed. Tarunji is asking for ITC. ITC overall FMCG sector भी underperform कर रहा है currently. I think ITC भी अगर आप देखोगे chart एक downtrend में it has failed to cross its 20-day EMA levels. So ITC around 395, 398 is where strong support is placed for ITC. अगर हम 395 के नीचे जाते हैं तो हो सकता है थोड़ा और selling pressure extend हो on the downside. Up move, I think as long as we don't get a breakout above 410, 412, I think any chances of a pullback is ruled out. With free fall in Cairns and the lofty valuations of EMS players is under doubt set. See, Cairns again, there was a report by Kotak and, so there is some related party जो intercompany transactions है उसका disclosure को लेके there is some news regarding that. Though the management has clarified, but again, it's better to avoid bottom fishing. Let's wait for some more clarity as to what has really transpired. But I think if all is good, then probably you will get to accumulate that at a lower price. But for now, it's better to avoid gains and better to avoid bottom fishing at the current level. GMDC. Okay, let me look at GMDC. HDFC Bank is good. Akansha ma'am, you can continue to hold HDFC Bank. So GMDC, I would say hold until 475. I would say on the downside. I mean, if you have the buffer to hold until 460, 465, it's good because that is where the support is placed. But if it goes below 460, then it's better to exit. NetWeb Tech is kind of it's undergoing some correction currently. Avoid this stock for now. Wait for some reversal signs here. I think there are better IT names apart from that. Loris Labs, avoid. See, pharma stock. I think Loris Labs is good. Consider कर सकते हो maybe around 980. 980, 990 is where the support is for Loris Labs. SFS Pharma, maybe about 330 would be good, about 330, 335. On the downside, around 300 is where the support is. Wokat, avoid Wokat because Wokat ka trend down hai. So I feel 1230 is where the support is. Below 1230, the price can fall down further. So avoid Wokat. The other two counters are good, Loris Labs and SMS Pharma. Okay, so I guess that's a wrap of today's session. I hope that's a wrap of this week's mid-market session. I hope it was informative and I hope you all are finding value add in these sessions. Just a small request, in case you like these sessions that we do every day from 12:30 to 1, do share the link with your friends, families, and relatives. Do spread the word across so that more people can participate and more people can get the benefit out of these sessions. Until then, bye guys. Take care and see you. Have a happy weekend. And we'll meet again on Monday, that is the 8th of December at 12:30 for our next mid-market session. Bye, guys. Take care. Stay safe. And see you on Monday at 12:30. Take care, guys. Stay safe.